thank you so much for accepting to share your story. Wow. Now let's start from the beginning.
Yeah. So I'll let you know that firstly, I'm going to introduce that who am I?
Yeah.
I'm a life and relationship coach. I'm a certified life and relationship coach. Firstly, I self-taught myself. And then I said, okay, I need to get some credentials in order to build my, brand image, to come into the market.
Credibility, yes.
Absolutely. So I help, I'm working with clients like, men and women. I'm not only targeting women only, because there are men as well in relationship who are broken and who get divorced.
Indeed.
And, then I take them into the healing journey. And that is really, really beautiful, because I have created my own detachment method of love. And that's the best thing to witness. And through that, I'm also, as life coach, I'm working with people who have low self, confidence and self-doubts in themselves, working them and empowering them and challenging them in terms of their limiting beliefs.
Great.
Sorry, I can't see you now. Okay, it's
You
locked.
can't?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay.
Cool. I was actually, messages were coming, so I just skipped that WhatsApp there.
Okay, cool. So, all right, that's fantastic. That's really, really fantastic how you are out there trying to help people heal. But let's come back to the very beginning, how it all started with you having your own challenges, but going past that to say, you know what, I have two options. I could either sulk about what my condition is, or I could walk past this and begin to see how I can affect other people, or I can be of benefit or value to other people. So I'll first ask, I was reading up about your condition, and I realized there are several, what's it called now? Types to it, right? And so obviously the fact that you are here with us now, from what I read, means that your condition is probably like the type 4 or the type 3.
Yeah, I am type 3. And in type 3, you have 2 more types.
Oh, wow. In type 3, you have 2 more types.
Yeah, the 2 more, like 3A and 3B.
Wow.
So I am 3B. But you know what? I know someone who is my age fellow, and he's a guy, lives in Saudi, and he cannot even walk. Maximum he can walk is 10 steps. That's it.
Wow. So just for the benefit of those people who are going to watch these, or for the people who are going to join now, we're talking about the condition we're talking about here is spinal muscular atrophy. Yeah. And so Gia here, as we call her, was that, when were you diagnosed of this way? Was it at child or as you grew up to a certain level?
I self-diagnosed myself, because living in Pakistan, and here the doctors told me that it's just a weakness in muscles that is going to increase by the time, and it has no cure yet. At that time they told me. Then by Googling and searching, I thought that I have muscular dystrophy. It is another subcategory of SMA. The spinal muscular atrophy short form is SMA, so it's better that we should go with that.
SMA, yes.
Yeah. So they told me that I have, I felt that I was having weakness after completing my university at the age of 22 years old. And it was really difficult for me to take shower, and my condition was getting worse, as usually I could get up, from lower chairs on my own, but later it was really difficult for me to support myself, and I needed help. The things I could do before, I know that it's difficult for me right now as well. So I then got to know that even I can't hold 1 kg dumbbell. So it's getting really worse for me. I cried in front of my parents that do something. I don't know. I know that I have a condition, but nobody's telling me. Everybody's telling me that you should go for physiotherapy. But the physiotherapy is just, they're going to hold your arms and they're going to do the minimum of the exercise.
So all along, they didn't even try to see if it was something else. Everybody was just going with guesses.
Absolutely. They said that it's they even told me that I need this kind of diagnosis. I actually contacted the doctor in America. He told me that you need to have these 2 tests, and then you will get absolutely that.
And that was when you discovered you had SMA.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I discovered, I have this condition. And to be honest, I was not shocked, because I grew up with it, and I thought people told me that I am lazy. Even in school, my
Oh,
teachers told me that
wow.
you are lazy because I was
Wow.
very, very chubby. At that time, I was maybe obese.
I see. Hmm. Wow. So how did you go? How did you deal with that from that stage, where people were telling you, your teachers, even, family members saying you were lazy. Meanwhile, unknown to them, it was actually a condition that you were going through. How did you go past that?
Well, I think that my parents are really supportive. They didn't even, because my other two siblings, they are healthy, like, like every other person.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought somehow that, they never treated me somehow different.
Hmm.
I still remember it was difficult for me to wear trousers. And my mom, she told me that, lift your legs up, lift your legs up. And I'm like, I can't
I
lift my
can't.
legs up. And she said,
Oh,
no, you have to lift. So I think that's the great thing, that's the edge for me, that because they always
that
supported
family
me.
support that you had.
They supported me. And later, my dad actually went to a trainer. He said that why not try the exercise
Hmm.
and let's see what is going to happen. And I said, okay. He was a new trainer at that time, and he was really young. He didn't even knew what's SMA, what's muscular dystrophy,
Was.
what
Hmm.
is weak muscle condition.
Hmm.
And it's been now almost 8.5 years I'm into strengthening exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Did
I
that
am doing
help in any way?
absolutely perfectly, of course, because that's the way. I know that there are worse things when I'm living alone. Like if I fell down, many times I have fell down in my apartment in Dubai, but it's difficult for me to get up. But
Wow.
that I have to pursue my goals. If I keep thinking about my condition, I know that, you know, if I see my past, I never put efforts in terms of my condition. I never saw my condition as a victim, right? I never
Hmm.
gave importance to it. I was always running towards my career,
Your
changing my life.
goal.
Absolutely. But those careers weren't good for me. I didn't
Hmm.
realize until unless I was losing my health, more of the health.
Wow.
I said, no,
So
I have to.
so before, sorry to cut you, but before you discovered like this was a condition, I believe like as a child or growing up, you had a dream, like you had things that you wanted to be, things you wanted to become. But after realizing or after being diagnosed of this condition, did that change your dreams? Did that change what you wanted to achieve in life?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because at that age, I wanted to be a pilot.
Oh,
And then I wanted to be in, I really like military stuff, like,
oh
guns
wow.
and jumping off that stuff. I'm literally a crazy person. But I couldn't do that. But still, even my physiotherapists, my trainers, they told
Hmm.
me that don't go for a makeup artist and don't go for being a chef because that's not good for my health. And I said, come on, I'm going to do that. If you're going to stop me, I will do that. And they were right. Because when I came in Dubai, because of my makeup career, and I, from a very, well-known training center, I got trained and then I started working. But what I realized that I'm working from 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but my
Up.
health is getting worse because I'm not doing, spending much of the time in my training. I was actually training, but because my body needs more time to recover.
Hmm.
And I was
Hmm.
literally depressed. To be honest, I won't say that I was yeah, I have a good sense of humor. I believe in myself because of my parents, because how they taught me, believing, because my dad is really a strong person.
Wow.
And then I said it's okay. I literally cried when all these two careers didn't perform good in terms of
But those
me.
were so when you had those careers in mind and you were told, oh, this is not a right thing. So you're rebel against that to say no. Is it just a thing of you don't tell me what to do? I choose what I want to do. Was it a
Absolutely.
thing? That was a thing of that. So now realizing after going for those careers and actually getting trained and probably certified. Are you certified in those fields, right?
Absolutely, I am. Yeah.
Having done that and seeing that you can't really go on with that, do you have any regrets taking those routes, even though eventually your therapists were right, your family were right, like those were not the things you should do? Do you have any regrets
No,
going
not
that
at all.
route?
Because I still believe that I am into my coaching career, right? I still believe that somehow those things, because I have a background of psychology, right? And then after studying psychology, I came to another background. So how psychology is now being connected to mindset, positive psychology, and coaching, right? So I still believe, call me crazy, call me insane, whatever call me, I still believe that my
somehow your makeup and your chair.
Somehow I know that, I don't know when, but these two things, I can open a salon. I can,
of course, yes. You can have a restaurant and just be the manager and then have other people run it. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I asked that question because I realized, like, for a lot of people, sometimes people go into things that they think, okay, this is what I want to do, and then it ends up not working for that time. So there is but I'm a believer that nothing, like no knowledge is wasted. Eventually, even if you're not using it now, eventually it will make sense someday. It will come in handy at some point. So the fact that it's not working now, or you're not using or applying it now, shouldn't make you regret, probably like you've wasted the years, you've wasted the money in going for those classes and all of that, but because eventually they might come in handy. And thank you for confirming that, right?
Absolutely, okay. Because I have seen a lot of people who, went into the depression zone. I told you about the guy who can only walk maximum 10 steps because doctor told him that you stop doing exercise because it is not good for your health.
Not helping.
I know how but he needs to get himself educated, because there is some points that when your muscles will get deteriorate. He's always telling me to stop doing the exercise. I'm like, look at that, person's, that human mindset, that how people, trap them.
Wow. Okay. So at what point did you then move from those other careers into coaching, and why coaching?
Yeah, because, I went to Saudi German hospital, and I started training over there because my health was getting very worse in Dubai because of the changing of some doctors, as I was actually researching what is good for my health. So it was very difficult for me to get off the car, and it literally, my health was unstable for 6 to 7 months.
Wow. And then you are alone.
Yeah, I was alone.
Why did you decide to come to Dubai alone?
You know why I live alone? Because that's how I see my strength. I don't know, people call me crazy. People tell me that don't be a hero. I always say that I am not being a hero, because in my mind, there is that we were born alone, right? But what if, imagine, sometimes it happens, the situation is in front of you, you'll be alone. What are you going to do? Because I have seen people rejected me in terms of, friendships, in terms of my relationship, and the career I have seen. Because even if I go to events in Dubai, right, I wear, the normal dressing, like if you have events, the dresses you wear. But what I wear at the bottom and my shoes, that's Skechers. People even judge me that, okay, look at this girl wearing a fancy clothes, and what is she wearing underneath? That's Skechers. I even have to tell people that for that meeting, I need to wear heels.
Wow. So you do wear heels?
I cannot, because I know I don't want to wear them. I want to, but I can't. Why should I, sacrifice my feet for those events? I know where I'm going and where I have to reach.
Wow, you are super determined.
Yeah, thank you so much. Alhamdulillah, thank you.
So how long have you been in Dubai for, living alone?
It's been 4 years.
Alone? 4 years?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a strong woman.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so now going back to why you switched into coaching.
Yeah, because I remember in 2018, I was looking to some of the girls. To be honest, I'll tell you, we are human beings. I compared myself. I got jealous. And I openly say that. I saw someone very close to me, and she actually started her course, and she was, being successful in her career, and she was being a makeup artist. It was 5 a.m. in the morning. I cried. I called my mom. At that time, she got worried. What happened? I said, you know what? God is never, he never supported me, because now that girl, she did makeup, the course training for 2 months, and now she is being successful in her career. She's leaving. And look at me, I'm trying a lot, putting my efforts in terms of the careers, but there is nothing for me. And then, I went to that Saudi German. I started being friends with the doctors and the therapists and the patients who were coming for the different, conditions.
Okay.
So one of the doctor and one of the ladies, she told me, you know what? Because they know that I was living alone, and how do I come from taxi, and it's difficult because that stage was very bad of mine. As I told you, difficult to get up. that literally told me that I wanted to become, a transformational speaker. I never knew about coaching. A lady over there and the doctor told me, you know what? You are our life coach. And I said,
oh.
what is that? What is that? So he said, you don't know about life coach? I said, no. And then, I started studying about coaching. And then I started, doing some events. I went to some events, and over there, people literally praised me. And I remember my first event, 20 people. For me, it was a lot at that time. And for first time. And I got a standing ovation. And it literally, I cried. I came back home, and literally, you can't even imagine. I was so happy. When I told my friends that I got a standing ovation, like there were 20 people, and they said, so what? It's not a big deal. There were only 20 people. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You need to spank your friends.
And then I said, okay, no worries. I know that I'm at the right path, and I will. And even in this, coaching career, while I've been searching for this coaching career, I saw literally ups and downs in terms of relationship. People bang me up telling me that you can't be a coach.
Wow.
Nobody is going to marry me because of this condition. And literally a lot of abusive stuff.
Wow.
So I said, okay, just decide this career. And now I believe that, thank God, God has chosen this path, because this is the best and the beautiful path to transform people's life. It's not about, only about the condition. Just forget about the illness, right? There are so many people who are depressed, who are into anxiety. Like, transforming their lives is something, it's out of their world.
Wow. I love your determination. It's really admirable. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to see, and just knowing that you're able to look past your condition to say, you know what, there are other people who have other conditions as well that I can help solve their issues. And that's amazing. So how many years have you been in the coaching industry for now?
It's like 1.5.
1.5. And how has the journey been so far?
Amazing. And I'm getting a lot of opportunities. You know why you get the opportunities? Because you are taking actions. If I just sit back and I read the books, I'm not going to get the. I actually go and, touch other people. And then I do events, no matter how many times I'm going to get the rejections. Even people don't reply me. I said, okay, I know you will regret one day. It's okay. I know where I'm reaching.
So can you just share with us some of the things that you do? Like you said, you have to take action. So as a coach, what are some of these actions that you are taking to ensure that this is your reality, no matter the amount of rejection or naysaying that you get?
Okay, so if I tell you that when I was into coaching, I got depressed for 3 months.
Wow.
And people are going to say, you're a coach, and how
can you are depressed?
Yeah, like 3 months. I mean, coaches are human beings as well. Sometimes, because my self-confidence, I had a confidence, but my self-confidence was shakeable. Now, in order to build your self-confidence, you need to build yourself. And how do you have to rebrand yourself. Now, how I rebrand myself, I know what happened in my past in terms of my career, rejections, whatever it is. The fear is there. People told me that you don't deserve any person because nobody is going to be with a sick person, right?
Wow.
That's their thought. I don't need anyone, right? I don't even care. I know the right person. I will attract that right person because my standards were too low. I was, attracting towards those broken pieces.
I see.
So always, I tell my clients that there is a difference between loving, there's a difference between loving someone and being their parent. So I was being their parent and I was loving them.
I see.
And,
there's a difference between loving someone and being their parent.
Absolutely.
So this is in terms of relationship, yeah?
Yeah. And in terms of like career, I was a slow learner. My teacher, in school told me that, in college, she told me that if you won't come to class on time, I will fail you. And she actually did. Wow. I said, how can I come? Because there are lots of stairs and it takes time for me. But she actually failed me. And now, these are the things when you rebuild yourself, now you see that those things that what have they made you? Fear is always going to be there. If I sit back and I'm say, oh my God, I have a condition. Sometimes in past, it was with me that, am I making excuses? Or is it really that I'm feeling tired about my condition? Because I was not satisfied. I need to go to every other event in Dubai to make myself out. Sometimes I was so sick that I even couldn't go, but I couldn't, understand my body. That is it the excuse I'm making, or is it the condition?
Wow. So you're pushing yourself to say, I'm not going to make this condition my excuse. I have to do something. So except it's totally impossible, I'm going to try still.
Absolutely. So wow. I, started pushing myself. And of course, we are human beings. We do make mistakes, but it's okay. Just forget those mistakes, learn from those mistakes. And when I say that I am a fan of a fear, I mean, literally people laughed at me that how come you be a fan of a fear? Recently, I went to Abu Dhabi in Warner Brothers, like after, before the lockdown.
Before the lockdown, yeah?
Yeah, before the lockdown. And I know the rides are not good for my health.
And you went anyways.
I was confused. Is it my fear or is it my health? I knew that if somebody, just touch me like this, I'll get so much, I'm going to start, I'm going to fall down if somebody pushes me because of my balance. I know that. Literally, wow. I remember I went on a Spider-Man, people helped me, put me on that. And they were like, oh my God, she's walking so perfectly fine. And now look at her. She is so drowsy. Looks like that she is so, I don't like the word disabled, but I was actually looking disabled, like no strength in my body. Wow. They hold me and I sat on the chair. The seat belts were there. And then, oh my God, the experience was actually bad and good and excited. And I was like, oh, please stop it. Please stop it. I just want to go. And I know that when I came out of that, my back was twisted.
Whoa.
And it took me 2 months because my chiro said that, what have you done to yourself? And I said, I have one life. So I need to enjoy. I need to take risks.
My goodness.
I have to do that.
Wow.
And even I did parasailing. I mean, I was literally, I have a video. It's really funny. I'm just lying like this. Oh. Okay, so, when I was doing parasailing, it was like my body was lying down. I was so much, you can say it's a wobbly thing. You'll just see from far and who can't even move her body. And I was actually like this, tightened because my back was lying down. I couldn't hold myself properly, but I did. It was 15 minutes experience. At that time, I said, maybe I did something wrong. I shouldn't, but I said, I love it. I'm proud that I did that.
And now at least you have that experience now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love your go-getting spirit. I love your I can do this spirit regardless of the challenges, regardless of the health condition. It's really admirable. Like I can't stop smiling. Like, my goodness, you are so dogged.
And, my parents are like, okay, don't do it. You're going to scare us. You're going to make us, my dad is always like, I know one day I'll have a heart attack because of you. And I'm like, come on, you won't have anything. Don't be dramatic.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Your parent must be really proud of, who you have become. Not just being dependent and just staying on your own to say, you know what, I don't want to be a bother to anybody. So where do you see yourself in the next, say, 5 years? Do you see yourself starting a family, or what's the plan for you?
Right now, for me, my career is really important. Family, because, if I tell you from the age of 16, I was right now, I'm like 33 years old, 16 till 33, I was never single. So now I'm single. I will live this life. I will see that how it goes. Yes, marriage is something which I still believe, right? I want to have a family, but not now, but maybe, after a couple of years, and we'll see that how it goes.
So your career for you, it is. Yeah, so where do you see your career then in the next, couple of years? Where do you see your career going?
I'm actually working on some of my projects, like happiness, because, my name is Javaria, my real name, because Gia is my pet name, which is easier for everyone to say.
Pronounce, yes.
Yeah. And the meaning of Javaria is to spread happiness, right?
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have a happiness project, which I know that I'll do that because I'm working on it. And I want it to be, you know, everywhere, globally, at schools, starting from schools first, because we, you know, don't teach children. We don't even teach ourselves exactly that what actually happiness is. We need to understand the facts of happiness, and then, you know, it goes through.
So what is this going? Is it going to be like a movement, or like a foundation or something?
It's going to be a movement, and then, you know, creating a lot of workshops and events doing at schools.
Okay, talking about happiness and.
Absolutely. And, you know, now I see that my SMA is a blessing for me. Wow. That how I am going towards this. And I know that where I have dreams, I see, you know, to be honest, when people tell me your dreams are really, really big, I know, I mean, nobody can tell me that how big or small I should dream. That's my choice.
Of course, exactly.
Yeah. And I'm asking from God. I mean, he is a superpower, right? He's going to give me that.
Wow. Thank you so much, Gia. I really didn't even ask, like, specifically, are you from Pakistan or from India?
No, I'm from Pakistan.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
It's really inspiring to see that you're not allowing your condition hold you down. And so if you would have to say anything to any young person watching, or even an old person, I mean, you are 33. So if you see, what would you say to a 20-year-old girl or guy and a 33-year-old young man or woman? What would you say to them?
Well, if you talk about the young girls, like in 20s, well, I'm young myself as well. I'm 33, but I look 23. So when I tell them, stop. I know you don't know because your life is long, right? So don't trap yourself in a wrong relationship. Stop saying yes. Stop people pleasing. You are just sacrificing yourself for the other relationship. Then that's not love. And for the women who are growing and, you know, in the career, fear is going to be there, right? Because if I say I do have a fear, but then I have to see I call it fear is really innovative and motivative. Only when you see what's on the other side of it.
Say that again. Fear is both motivating and?
Fear is both motivative and innovative, only if we see what's on the other side of it.
So it's either it could motivate you and it could make you innovate because you're afraid.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely. You know, this is fear example, right? And I'm not passing the way because I don't even know what's on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
Get what's on the other side, I'm like, oh yeah, actually I did that.
Indeed, I love that. Thank you so much again. I can't, you know, stop saying thank you because your story is quite inspiring, and I'm really hoping that whoever is going to watch this video is going to be inspired to say nothing can stop you really except you. You are the only one who can stop yourself from being whatever it is that you can dream to be. And like, you're not paying to dream. So you can be as imaginative as you can be. You can dream as big as you can dream, and you can actually achieve your dream if you set your mind to it. So would there be challenges? Of course, yes. Would there be hurdles to cross? Yes. Would there be rejections? Absolutely. Enough. Even from the people that you think would be your support system. All right. So, but do not allow that stop you from being everything that you dream to be. Thank you, Javaria.
It's just like, you know, focus on the things which you can achieve. Stop focusing on the things which you can't do.
Very true. Focus on your focus. And what you focus on expands. What you keep your focus on, you can appreciate it. All right. Thank you for watching today. I come your way again next time with another guest on eChat. Remain amazing and just know that you are unstoppable. All right. Bye. Thank you, Javaria. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.